Hi, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. We're today going to be talking about getting back to normal after this year of kind of craziness during the pandemic. I'm Frances. I'm a mental health consultant with the Early Childhood Council, and I'll let my coworkers introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Catherine Trujillo, and I also work at the Early Childhood Council as a mental health reflective coach.
Hi, I'm Deb Benali, and I'm a mental health consultant at the council, along with Catherine and Francis.
All righty. So, getting back to normal. We want you to know if you're not quite feeling yourself, you've got lots of mixed emotions about going back out into the environment, seeing people, hanging out with friends and family, just not feeling yourself, know that you are not alone. A lot of people throughout this whole year have been feeling a lot of big emotions, right? There's the stress of the unknown and the anxiousness, also about the unknown and getting sick, and lots of things that we've had to do to keep ourselves and our kiddos and families safe. So again, if you're kind of feeling like you're getting stressed more easily or just feeling anxious about certain things, know that you are not alone in these feelings. So many are feeling disconnected and unsure about how to exactly socialize again, since we've been out of practice for so long. So I think this past year for both kids and adults, many of us have felt that loss of connection. And it can feel a little uncomfortable about going back, into the classroom or going back to see friends again. Just that feeling of loneliness, of not being able to do that before, and kind of the uncomfort of after a whole year, of that isolation. How do we go back and see friends and talk to families again? Mixed feelings make sense, right? So, like I said, this past year, over a year, a lot of big mixed feelings have come up. Isolation, the unknown, the fear of getting sick, the fear of your kids getting sick, the excitement about going back to seeing everyone, but also anxiousness about seeing people again or going to the grocery store, not wearing masks or wearing masks. Again, there's a lot going on, and it's okay to have mixed feelings. I think acknowledging your feelings that are coming up for you and accepting, from anger to happiness to sadness to grief and loss, to excitement about going back. All of these can be going on at the same time, right? And acknowledging in yourself what is going on for you, what's going on for your kiddos in the classroom, at home. And again, having mixed feelings can be a little bit overwhelming, but all your feelings are valid, and just acknowledging what is going on for you. So again, having experienced such dramatic change, the thought of going through more changes, even those that are more positive, can be daunting. So again, our country shut down for a long time. Some schools will be able to go back, but even when schools were back, sometimes classrooms had to close and then reopen. So we've all experienced lots and lots of changes, and even positive changes. Being able to socialize again, going back to the classroom, they can feel very daunting at times. So again, whatever you're feeling, know that it is okay you are not alone, and you can reach out for support if these feelings might be too much. And again, know that our kiddos are experiencing all these feelings too, right? Changes can be really hard for kids. So if more challenging behaviors might come up because they're dealing with all these emotions. So just acknowledging both in ourselves and in our kiddos what is really going on.
Come in, we're open for business. Many of us are anxious about returning to work after a year of working from home. Many people feel uncertain about how to manage social interactions. Should we all wear masks? What to do if you are wearing a mask and others you are with are not? Whether or not to be physically connected to others. Can we shake hands? Can we hug? It's all very concerning when we re-enter a society that we've been out of for a while. Are we making the right choices? Are we safe? Are we able to do the things that we want to do without concern? So we have to be able to make our own decisions, follow health guidelines to make sure that we're doing what's comfortable for us and our families. Some of us are feeling guilty about not being totally relieved and happy about our return to normal, and that's okay. You can feel guilty about not being relieved. Some of us have found comfort in the isolation and are questioning, how do I return back to normal? What is normal? You know, it's given us a lot of time for self-reflection being home this long, and maybe re-entering is very confusing. Many people feel frightened about restrictions being lifted. After a year of protecting ourselves and our loved ones via social distancing, etc., it is scary to think about being among crowds of people without getting sick. And that is a very normal reaction. We've been isolated and protected, and now we're being asked to re-enter a society where we don't know whether people have been vaccinated. We don't know what's out there. So that can be very scary. What now? What's next? What do we do? Allow yourself time to readjust to old routines. Take your time. If you have a hard time going into a building that doesn't require masks, then you can continue to wear yours and go in. It's okay. This is a time for no judgment. This is a time for making sure that you're comfortable, your children are comfortable, and your family's comfortable re-entering. Honor your feelings. Like Frances talked about earlier, mixed feelings make a lot of sense. You've been through a lot. Feelings are messy, they come and go, they can change into other feelings, they impact how we think. It's normal to have all different kinds of feelings, and acknowledging them, saying, yeah, this is okay for me to feel this way. It's okay for me to have fear. It's okay for me to be questioning what I should do and what I shouldn't do. All of those feelings are all right to have. Make changes slowly to reduce feeling overwhelmed.
Allow yourself time to grieve. and create rituals to acknowledge all the loss we have experienced this past year. And typically we think of grieving as a loss of life, but we did lose a lot of daily rituals, right? Things changed a lot and now we're changing again. So acknowledging that is part of the process to help us get through this. Be patient with yourself. See if it is possible to ease back into going into the office and try to plan pleasurable activities at the end of the day. Be sure to take short breaks throughout the day during which you can practice some breathing for relaxation. Listen to a short meditation or take an invigorating walk around the block. We're really lucky with the council. We've been able to kind of ease in, going in maybe one day a week or a half a day, and kind of build up from there. So, have these conversations at work and see what's available for you. Social circles and social distance. Try to get some clarity about what feels more comfortable for you. And don't be afraid to express your preferences to others with whom you interact. And I think a good way to do this is ask questions. If you're not sure if you're going to go to a group meeting, for instance, and there's going to be 10 people there, and you're not sure what the expectation is, maybe just ask some questions before you get there so you have an idea of what that's going to look like, and it would make you feel a little more comfortable. Take socializing slowly, perhaps starting with those closest to you with whom you feel you can talk about your concerns and your comfort level. And this might be good also to start with places that you're most comfortable, or maybe a place within your town that you already know what the norm is there. Like, that when you walk into this building that they all wear masks, and for your comfort level, that is reassuring. So start with small steps and then work your way up. And when you're ready, you feel like making plans, maybe redo missed milestones, because you missed a lot in a year, right? Such as birthdays, celebrations, and graduations. And again, have those conversations with whoever is going to be at these events. Maybe send out, if you're doing invitations or you're calling on the phone, provide the do's and don'ts of wearing masks, and if people are comfortable attending, if they've been vaccinated or if they haven't, and what that looks like and feels like for everyone. So really just knowing each other. And that is our presentation today. Here is all of our contact information. And we thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us. Please reach out to any of us if you have any questions or want to have a conversation or just need a little bit of extra support. This has been a tough time, and even like we said, positive change can still be hard. So don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything.
Thank you for joining us.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.